from New York City, cold New York, and always noisy New York City. I'm Nadia Nerofitu. This is The Rundown, where I like to give you a little bit of culture on the run or an interview on the run. Today I'm going to be catching up with Kym Nonstop, Kym Perfetto. She is a master instructor at Soulcycle, an avid cyclist. She makes music, she's an actress, she's been on The Amazing Race, and I wanted to find out more about how she does what she does. Let's go. Are you ready to go for a run?
Yeah. I mean, as ready as I ever am about running. Did you tell your followers that I'm not a runner?
I was going to say, you're more of a cyclist than a runner, but I appreciate that you love fitness anyway, so it's all good.
And I mean, I run, actually, this is the class, the 7 a.m. class on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
I generally do a 2-mile run after class, trying to keep my running fitness, you know, because
after you just cycled, you do a run. See,
yes,
that's incredible.
But I will never do a triathlon.
You could do that.
That swimming part is just where I draw the line.
I hear you. I'm like, don't give me the water. Especially if it's New York, like Hudson or something.
Totally lying. I actually probably will do a triathlon at some point, but the open water scares me. You have to get like a hepatitis shot before you do the New York City triathlon. Did you know that?
I wouldn't be surprised. This is Kent Ave. This is Brooklyn. You teach in this area?
Yep, I teach in Williamsburg. I've been teaching for Soulcycle for forever.
Since before it was a thing?
Yeah. And I have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Where I post most of my training, my nutrition, and my adventures. Like 3-day mountain bike race through Iceland.
I thought you were just a singer, but you're also an actress.
You thought I was a singer?
Oh,
I know I was. I know I was. It's so funny how we have like different lives, right? I feel like most people know me for the fitness and sports.
Yes.
But I do have a secret life.
Which I just outed you.
You just outed me.
No way, Josie.
Yes, that's correct.
Let's take it back from you though. Has fitness always been there for you?
No. I went to art school and, you know, I did music and theater and dance. It was like, I'm an artist.
Same.
That's how I got away with not being good at sports. But then when I moved to New York, I was like, I'm going to be a terrible waitress. I know this about myself.
Okay.
So I got a job as a bike messenger. And then started racing bikes. And then I was like, wait, this bike thing is really cool. And that's, I don't know, the rest is history.
Does it support everything else that you do? Because the creative side, how does being fit and active help you do all of that? Like, do you think of ideas while you're...
Another good view, by the way. Interrupt the conversation.
No, we have to interrupt for good views. Always.
I love this random empty lot that's like not a park and we can't use it. It's just grass. Sports, I mean, studies actually show, not to get all nerdy, but women that engage in sports are better leaders in their community, go for their goals more, and I think it's really helped me to focus and manage, you know, my world. I do have like horrible ADD, like actually have a really hard time focusing. I was prescribed medicine and like I don't take it. So honestly, just like working out really is how I manage it.
Okay.
And then that allows me to set goals and go for it and be more focused. We're gonna go right here. Williamsburg will not be the same place. It already isn't, but it won't be the same place in another 5 years. I think I have an exceptional amount of energy. So
do you think the fitness gives you the energy or the energy gives you the fitness?
I think fitness gives you energy.
Yeah.
So if you feel like I always tell people when they're like, I don't know, I get home from work and then I just don't have the energy to go to the gym. I'm like, if you started going to the gym, you would have the energy. Like it creates energy.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, when I was younger, ADD, hyperactivity was part of why I always had to be moving. But now I'm not quite so hyperactive.
Okay.
The ADD is all like mental now. So the energy comes from the fact that I built my life around working out. I know that I knock running, but I do appreciate the fact that all it requires is a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
So I think fitness should be accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's why part of why when I started, you know, cycling and racing and putting my videos on YouTube is all fixed gear. And fixed gear bikes are like really cheap. You can get one for probably $150.
Yeah.
It won't be like the best bike, but
yeah,
you couldn't even start racing on that.
What's the scariest thing you've had to overcome and so has become your biggest achievement for you?
That's a good question. One of my fears, a lot of times in the races I do, it's self-navigated, self-supported.
Oh, yeah.
And so that idea that like socially women have never been encouraged to just go out on their own and adventure with like no guide, no support team. You know, people often will be like, isn't that dangerous? Aren't you scared? Blah, blah, blah. Just by saying those words to us, it's like starts that thinking in our minds that maybe we shouldn't be doing this, or maybe this isn't for me. Overcoming those fears and being able to say, I honestly don't think I ever said with full confidence that, yeah, I can do this, you know? I think I was just like, well, I'm gonna try. And then in trying and succeeding, I've learned that I am capable of navigating and supporting and fixing my bike when it breaks and like,
amazing.
You know, just like being in a third world country and like making my way through, and not only making my way, but winning races. So yeah, those are the things I'm most proud of, I would say.
That's amazing. Yes.
We're gonna dip off here.
When you're pushing through something that's really difficult, I mean, how do you keep going?
That's a first.
Yeah. And then we'll dip out here and go right. You're attracting so much attention today.
Today, there's most times people just give me weird looks.
They're like,
today they're actually commenting about this interview on the run.
They're commenting on the camera, not our butts. It's amazing. There's this constant back and forth in my brain when I'm doing a race that's like, this is so hard. I don't know if I can do this. To like, you're just gonna keep going. To like push harder. To like, oh, you got this. Then like, no, you don't have it. Like it's literally, it happens like, it cycles through your brain the entire time. The number one thing is that I just have a rule that I can't give up. I have to finish what I started.
Got it.
So until something takes me out of that race, even if I'm just sucking, I have to finish it.
Okay.
I am just gonna give it the best absolute effort I can give it. And just knowing that when you finish, that was everything you had to give. And then no matter, as long as you know that, you're gonna be happy with your result.
Yeah.
Whether you finished 50th or you finished first, you're gonna be pleased because you're like, that was everything. I left it all out on the field, you know?
And here we are. What's your favorite thing about New York City?
The energy of the people. The fact that everyone...
Can you take a picture, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
This is the reason I love New York.
Yeah, the energy, the fact that everyone feels like they could just talk to each other.
Thank you, Kym.
You're welcome.
We should take a photo here actually as well.